welcome to Spendthrift. Hop on in. I'm Autry and I work in our marketing department here at Spendthrift Farm. I will also be your tour guide today. So we are so glad you guys are joining us. So throughout the tour, we are going to see yearlings, mares, and foals, and hopefully get to pet a few. So it should be great. I am currently standing with two of our yearlings. On the farm, we have about 1,200 acres and we have about 50 yearlings. Now we do race a few of our homebreds, but for the most part, we sell them as yearlings. This one right here is pretty cool. This is a full brother to Kinthaka, a multiple graded stakes winner by Jimmy Creed. They will go into sale prep in the summertime, but for now they just get to be horses. They go inside for about an hour a day. Every horse on the farm will be checked by a manager to make sure that they didn't get any scrapes or bumps while they were outside. They'll come in for about an hour and then go right back outside and stay out until the next day. So they get to just be a horse right now. Not a bad lifestyle, huh? Behind me, you will see a group of our yearling fillies eating outside. They eat in the morning around, I'd say, 8 a.m. and then they eat again at 3 p.m. We like to feed them on the ground like that because you always see horses grazing with their head down, eating with their head on the ground. We really like that because it clears out their respiratory system and it just benefits them all the way around. All of our yearlings move to our yearling division anywhere between Thanksgiving and Christmas. We have a big moving time of the year. The yearlings leave the foaling division and they head over to the yearling side because all thoroughbreds' birthdays are January 1. So because of that, we move them over as close as we can to that time. We also separate colts and fillies then, but everybody will stay with who they grew up with. So what I mean by that is when they're in the foaling division, all of the mares and foals are put into groups based on their foaling date. When we wean the mares, we will leave the foals where they stayed, and we will leave the foals where they grew up with, their same staff, their same routine, and they will then move over to the yearling division together. The only difference is the colts and filly separation. That just makes life easier on us during all of our sale prepping season, and really just as the colts get older, we do need to separate them from our fillies. On the farm, we have over 60 miles of fencing, so that does keep our team pretty busy. We do have a maintenance staff here and they do a great job maintaining things, but it's a lot of work and a whole lot of upkeep. At Spendthrift, we have about 60 people on our full-time roster for our staff. We have 18 of them in our main office, which includes our accounting division, our stallion team, and our marketing team. And then the rest would be on the farm. Behind me, you can see our training track. So this opened in around August of 2019, something we're really excited about. And this past year, we broke all of our yearlings on it before they were shipped down to Ocala. On the farm, we have the 50 yearlings, but we also have around 100 mares, and we'll foal about 85 of them this year. Mares are typically pregnant for about 11 months. So you could say 340 days, give or take 20, is considered average. The typical foaling happens between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. for the most part. The reason for that is these mares, that's when they feel safe. So if a mare is in the wild, they would most likely have their foal when everything is still and calm and they feel safe because they are flight animals. These foals will stay with the mom for about 5 months and then we will wean them ourselves. But mares typically naturally wean them about that time anyway. For this part of their life, the foals really just get to know their mom. So they start in these small paddocks alone. And then as they get a little bit older and a little bit bigger, the foals will then be introduced to another mare and foal. So they have a buddy. And then once they get used to each other, they will then go into the herd. So they'll go into a big group, and we like them to have a friend during that process because it is a little nerve-wracking. It's like going to kindergarten and having a best friend with you pretty much. One thing you'll note is we walk our foals in front of the mares. We always do this so they get used to being handled and they get used to a routine, and it's just all around safer for us. Thank y'all so much for joining us on our tour today. We hope you enjoyed it. You can find us on all social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as Spendthrift Farm. And we hope you had fun joining us today.